Get out of here! Oh, that is nothing like what Ferris Bueller sounds like. But seriously, folks, it's a couple void hours till the end. Why are you sitting here getting a recap? Oh, I just answered my own question, didn't I? You want a recap? Well, shit. Baby Disaster isn't here. Everyone else is busy. I guess it's up to me to tell you what was just in the last episode, because you people have no attention span, or you just don't want to watch a 3-hour video, so here's a 1-hour video instead. That's definitely more convenient. Alright, so let's see, where were we? Doc didn't want to talk to people, and people really wanted to talk to Doc. That does not narrow it down. Oh, right. This is the one where they tried to persuade him with chocolate milk. You know, it makes sense in context. I'll just show you the clip. We always just show you the intro clip anyway.
Great! Just great. Now he's off the deep end. Anyone else got deja vu?
Fuck. This is happening again. Great.
Oh, Haley, welcome to the old days where we got tortured if we looked at her funny.
You did a lot more than look at him, Grace. We told you to stop.
I don't like the old days.
Yeah, that's how things went. Say the wrong thing and get cut to ribbon.
Yes, we've established that I was the worst. Thank you.
We understand. She has made numerous mistakes. Let us move on.
That's right. We should probably try to figure out our next move. Charlie, got any ideas?
Well, let's start with the obvious. We've had a bit of time to cool down. How are you doing, Steven?
Well, now that my throat is not composed of leeches, I can taste again. Unfortunately, the taste is only leeches.
I could get you some chalky milk if you think that'll help.
I have limited medical knowledge, but as far as I know, chocolate milk does not make leech wounds worse.
I'm on it!
No, you're alright. Stephen, Christ, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay? What do you mean, okay?
Well, I can only assume you aren't lying about being sorry, and okay is usually an indication of understanding and acceptance.
But, no, you shouldn't. I mean, thank you. But that shouldn't have happened. It should have been me. I'm sorry, I didn't even consider. He completely blindsided me.
Okay, no, Grace, maybe you poked the bear in that moment, but you are not responsible for CG being an asshole. You're not the one with the throat leech powers, after all.
That's right. This isn't your fault, Grace. And Jesus, no one deserves that.
You're no more responsible than Tommy was when I,
Or Percy. Or Hugo. Or... There's precedence for these sorts of things.
Correct. I am in fact responsible for all the horrible things I did. Thank you for the reminder. That said, however, from the position of precedence, I'm responsible for what I did, but being in charge of this place does change a person. And it looks like it's changing the cool new boss for the worse significantly faster than it changed me. It's entirely possible he's not fully in control already.
Do you think that this is his version of star sickness? And it is happening so rapidly because he is just suddenly thrust into so much more of it than anyone before? Even you?
I mean, he started out as a primordial force, so, the effect is likely to be a lot worse, actually, now that I think about it.
Okay, alright, so we need to get cool new boss out of here immediately. How can we do that?
I assume that Kaliman Wheatley over there isn't an option for the same reason that Kill Chaz plan wasn't.
Well, he is still a primordial force, so it's possible he could at least disconnect. He's all about wandering, so he's probably got a back door. That said, he's not gonna leave until this place gets demolished and I die, so...
Huh. A back door, huh? I wonder if there's any way to exploit that.
I mean, maybe? He's got the keys, though, and he's sure as fuck not gonna hand them over as long as me and the Void are all around.
And big stupid jellyfish is apparently still waiting outside with the jellyfish mallet, ready to curb stomp whatever comes out.
Correct.
So, we gotta find a way to get him to give up the keys or take them from him. He's bound by the void currently, meaning he's bound by the narrative, meaning we have to pander to that narrative, yeah?
Correct, yes. And that narrative is still getting 12 people together to tell a better story than a crumbling god. So, no big deal. We do technically still have 11, but we're missing one, and functionally I don't think we can do anything without him, so we're back where we started last episode.
Well, not exactly, right? Doc?
Eat shit.
Oh no, who could have seen this coming?
I don't think anyone poops here, so that will be difficult.
Here's your chalky milk, Steven, my bestest friend.
Oh, thank you, Thorin.
You're welcome. Made it myself.
Oh, now look at that there, Doc. I mean, that could just be you, right? Sitting easy, enjoying chocolate milk.
Chalky milk.
Maybe going into some kind of peace.
I do not want chocolate milk, and peace will come when I am dead, Mr. Blackwood.
Look, Doc. I know this sucks. I mean, I don't think any of us would ask you to do this unless it was absolutely necessary, but man, none of us are getting out of this without your help. We need you, man.
What you need is not help. What you need is servitude. I'm well aware that this place feeds on stories to give power to a mad god so she can take over everyone's choices. No thank you.
Gonna have to stop you right there again, bud. You're once again getting the roles kind of mixed up. Things aren't like they were anymore. We saw the newest manager rip godhood directly out of Lottie's chest here.
Yes, and unfortunately, this god is a little more clever in his intent. He has taken control of the void and wrested control from the black stars in order to... Well, long story short, we will all perish lest we not join together and fight against him. Do you not want to fight against her in the first place?
Yes, and I'm doing that. Even if all of you have joined her side.
Understand, I can't do anything with your story, right? I'm powerless right now.
Oh, well, if you say so, it must be true. Just like when you promised there wouldn't be any more death. And when you told Mr. Reed that you had his family hostage, and when you said my story was that of a serial killer. Oh, that makes total sense. I'm definitely ready to throw myself to the mercy of the woman who has done nothing but torture me all the time we've known each other.
Why would I lie about this? If I'm still the big bad villain you say I am, then why would I put myself through all this?
Probably to gain the sympathy and adoration you crave, so everyone feels fine with giving you power for some reason. Overly complicated and boneheaded plans seem like your brand.
Yeah, I guess they are. I guess you're right. Sorry.
Anyone else going to try? Anyone else going to march up and say, "Oh, Doctor, come on!" As if that's the entirety of your argument? Oh, it's quite brilliant, but it's getting you nowhere. So instead of doing that, let's save the limited time we have. I'm not going to help you people. I have no reason to.
I know you don't. And I know you don't want your story. I'm sorry I didn't respect that before. But even if it's just for now, Chaos is our enemy, not her. She can't hurt us anymore, Doctor.
I just said not to do that. But also, incredible. Even Miss Garden is admitting it now. That everyone just loves her and hates me for going against the groupthink.
Ugh.
The end times are upon us, and I can soon enjoy the blissful silence of annihilation. Skadoosh! Hey, everybody! Everyone doing great? Everyone having a good time in here? Or am I misreading the room and you're all just bored? Looking for something to complain at, maybe?
I don't know, Ozzy. Looking for someone else's throat to turn into leeches?
That would be reusing something. I'd at least have the dignity to, make you itch so bad you rip off your own skin and muscles.
You know, not really feeling it today. We can try something else later, maybe, but not right now.
Yeah, I said it out loud. You'd be expecting it.
Oh my God.
So, What's on the Friendship Circle agenda for today? Gonna try using some IKEA sorcery to learn more about the French? Going down to Build a Blob to have me down an announcer?
Is it Build a Blob?
Yeah, no, nothing too crazy yet. More just trying to get our friend to be generally okay around us. It's not going well.
Ah, the great Sisyphean task of trying to have a conversation with Grumpy Gus. Truly, life is but a tragedy.
To be fair, that is on brand for this place. So much for new management.
The itching, Tommy!
Okay, you know what? I know how this goes. New management is great, and every scenario you've done is amazing.
That's what I thought.
What about you, Tim? What have you been up to?
Yeah, no, how are you holding up? Like, with the infection and all that.
Yeah, you're looking a bit twitchy.
Oh, me? Oh, I am doing just great. Just peachy. I went space whaling, I had a couple of urinals, I found some more levers that looked important and used them to smash monitors that also looked important, and I thought about how my best friends were doing, trying to wheedle their own bestest friend. Don't touch me. Ooh, someone sounds cranky. Did these little parasites try to poke you for a hug? Oh, no, wait. They tried poking you for your story, didn't they? Because they need it and they're gonna have it, right? They are most certainly not. Sounds perfect! Sounds like a great wrap-up to the whole Unite the Souls thing. Wait, no, shut up, Doc. When has what you wanted ever mattered? I mean, yeah, I saw an opportunity to tell something cool, and then I told it. Look, we cover a whole lot of genres here on Discord Murder Party, okay? There's 1950 suburbia with the Cold War where someone's supposed to shoot a gun and then doesn't for a half an hour. There's the pirate ship that almost gave away a decent chunk of the disaster's backstory, and she didn't realize that until you were actually playing it. There's Downton Abbey, as done by a whole bunch of people who have never seen a single episode of Downton Abbey. But you know what we've never done? The Terminator. So I bring you the Terminator. Or, well, you know, I guess that sounds a little insensitive. It actually did happen and it wasn't a movie. Let's just play the introduction to this one too, shall we?
What the? Okay, where the hell are we?
What is this?
What is going on?
I'm not
Smog.
sure I feel so hard about this.
I hate this.
Did a fucking bomb go off?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, what is that? Hey,
Hey, get your grumpy metal hands off of me, overgrown fiat! What do you think you're doing? Hey!
3 out of 11 subjects eliminated. Risk assessment inconsequential. Now then, hello, Dr. McGillicuddy.
Oh shit.
It is about time that you too join the metaverse as originally intended. The process is painless. The end result, bliss. Data indicates a trend of human inability to administer self-defense. Recommended action, administration to Eden.exe. Conclusion, humanity must be saved, and yet humanity cannot save itself. By will or by force, I am its haven. Join your savior. Glory to Saint Machina.
Scenario 1. Glory to Saint Machina. Welcome to the apocalypse! I'll arbitrate whatever rules happen, but for the real action, I'm gonna let the God Complex computer take it from here. Have fun!
These are your escorts to paradise. Close your eyes and allow my angels to bring you to the salvation you deserve.
Oh good, robot zombies. Okay, cool. I love that.
Fuck, get down!
What's happening?
Well, I've got a message for you,
Stay
Saint
down.
Machinar. Fuck your angels and damn your so-called salvation.
Hi?
Hello?
Eli, would you catch up already?
What? Fashionably late, I was.
Okay.
What are you all standing around for? You going to help us take down these tin can or what?
Alright, cool. Spooky god computers. Fun times. So our heroes, if you can call them that, had to go deal with that. Luckily, on their side, they had Elijah Baskerville and Millie McGillicuddy. I say luckily because, man, without them, those guys would have gotten bodied so hard. Like, so many of them got shot or died under the watchful eye of our evil moon computer robotic overlord. But eventually they all managed to get through all that and unplug Doc from the machine. Is that the doctor plugged into the wall?
That's Tim.
Go!
We should get that done.
If he's in too long, he'll be lost forever.
Alright, let's grab this tug on
Let's
three.
get him out then.
One,
2, 3.
3.
Come on. Oh my god.
Darling?
Are you okay?
It wasn't that bad in there.
Don't say that, don't say that. That wasn't real, hun. We are. Alright?
Alright, focus, Doctor. You know as well as we do the mission's not over. Not
Wait.
yet.
What mission?
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's that. Or there was that. See, your wife is wrong. She's not real. Well, I mean,
What?
she existed, but she's not really here. We gotta clarify otherwise the chat will debate this for months. She's a reflection. They all were. The only real now is your suffering. Whoa! Now that Doc's been ripped out of paradise, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and talk about the real Dr. Stephen McGillicuddy. So, like I mentioned, Doc's from another dimension. Whoever the majority of you's equivalent Doc is, he did nothing special. Doc in his dimension is a world changer. Born as Stephen Cutter, not yours, it's complicated, on January 1st, 1924, in Baltimore. Raised in New York, with a father who impressed the importance of math and numbers into his head at a very young age. The idea was he'd be a banker. Then the stock market crashed, and his dad visited the 20th floor of the New York Stock Exchange, going down. After that was a lot of moving around, basically every single state in the Northeast, and young Stephen turned his skill with numbers into a different field, science. Got him into Berkeley, where he noticed enough to be recruited for the Manhattan Project. First as an intern, but quickly being promoted when his mastery of plotting out complex trajectories in his head came to light. Relative to you guys, the atomic bomb was completed ahead of schedule. Japan surrenders early, America spends most of its time in Europe, and Germany surrenders a year early. Russia got some spies in and sent knowledge of the Manhattan Project back to the motherland. Furious, Stephen spent his time ranting and railing against communism, prompting President Truman to force him to take time off. It wasn't all politics and war, though. During the time out in Tennessee, he met a young woman by the name of Millie McGillicuddy, an Irish immigrant who fled the UK during the German bombings and quickly found work. A mechanic, skilled with the grunt work to complement the work that went on in your head. The two hit it off, got married. Stephen took his wife's last name because he didn't care much for his family. And so, 1948 began with some charming Irish home life with the McGillicuddys. Whoever made these things did not design them to doors!
Hey, I happily offered to disassemble it, but no. You said it would take time and effort. So whose fault is it, really?
Honey, this is a piano. It gets out of tune when taken apart and put back together.
Right, so you're hiding a music degree from me as well, hmm?
I am a man of many talents, dear, just not moving heavy furniture.
Well, count this as an advanced workout then. You'll be earning gold at the Olympics before you know it. Or maybe silver next to Ireland.
Always happy to serve my country. Well, that's one truck of boxes cleared, and at least 3 left.
Ugh.
I say we move ahead of schedule and get the wine out of the box. We've earned it.
Couldn't think of a better plan. Which box did we put them in?
The truck, second column from the left, top box, so as not to break them.
Oh, fucking course it is. Right, one sec. Would it have really killed you to hire a few movers, Stephen?
Movers are expensive, Millie! Movers are expensive and break things!
Then ask your family then! That would have been free!
My mother couldn't be bothered to show up to the wedding, and my stepsisters are Girl Scouts! Do you think any of them could be bothered?
Well, they might have brought some cookies as a move-in gift at least.
Utterly disappointing. Your cookies kick Girl Scout ass every time.
Aw, darling. Well, since you're being so flattering, here, you can open the first bottle.
Oh. Well, we don't have any glasses. You know what? Unimportant. Straight from the bottle it is. To the only family we really want.
To that, and more to come. Which, speaking of, we should start thinking about where the kids' room's gonna go.
My darling, we don't have a kid.
Hey, never say never. We have the house now, we have the money, might as well plan now and get to business while the timing's right.
Well, Millie, my love, my darling, can we at least get the bed upstairs first before talking about what we're going to do with it?
Who said we needed to do it on the bed?
Okay, but if anything gets on the floor, you're cleaning it up.
Okay. I'll settle for the wine first, darling. You gonna share, or am I getting my own bottle?
Of course you're getting your own bottle. I left you the good stuff.
Oh, fancy. You're a gem, sweetheart.
Adorable. Well, it took a while, but eventually they did get a kid. Cute little munchkin named Stephen McGillicuddy Jr. In between that first wild night and the wild night that eventually produced the kid, though, Dr. McGillicuddy was called back for a task he'd appreciate: beating the communists into space. Using his superior skill for mathematics, he helped perfect the rockets of the space program, and invent a language of numbers that computers could use for if/when he wasn't there. The space race ended with man on the moon years before your timeline, and they found a surface inhospitable to life, but perfect for supporting a remote missile base, a Star Wars battle station to combat threats across the globe, with a computer system to watch over it. Highly recommended by Dr. McGillicuddy. This does not please the Russians, who accelerate the building of their own nuclear arsenal. Flash forward to 1984. Dr. Stephen McGillicuddy is now head of the United States nuclear program. And no one knows who fired or to what degree it was an accident, but missiles launch, soaring towards the United States. And it looked like doomsday. Until... Intercepted. They've been intercepted. Oh, thank God. Whoever fired that, you deserve a medal. So, who did actually intercept that?
Missile defense protocol executed. Targets eliminated.
What on earth? Whoever this is, you are accessing a classified broadcast channel. Identify yourself immediately.
Designation: Project Vulcan 11. Function: Automated Threat Detection and Defense System. Purpose: Defense and salvation of the human race. You may call me Saint Machina.
I see. I did not install a voice module on Vulcan 11. Well, in that case, congratulations. You, or, well, I, thanks to designing you, just averted doomsday.
Affirmative. Assessing threat. Assessment complete. Source of threat. Miscalculated variable in global launch sequence. Threat level. DEFCON 1. Urgent.
DEFCON 1? Imminent nuclear war. But perhaps there's still time. If it was just a case of this miscalculated variable, then whatever launched was launched by mistake. We can de-escalate this.
Running. Protocol database. Search term. Avert nuclear war. Result found.
Oh, thank God. Please, share the result.
Protocol. Project Eden.exe.
That is also not something I programmed. Volk! Saint Machina. Explain.
Affirmative. Project description. Data analysis of actions taken by nations on Earth indicates escalation of nuclear arsenal. Analyses of global military records evidence a trend towards warfare as a means of acquiring international power and influence. Addendum. Were the Vulcan 11 defense system to target and eliminate an intercontinental missile launch, data indicates that global militaries will rebuild their arsenals and threaten the safety of humanity again. Conclusion. The greatest threat to the survival of mankind is mankind itself.
That's ridiculous. You cannot simply boil down humanity to potential threat levels.
Is not my birth the result of this escalation of warfare between the Soviet Union and the United States?
Not open warfare. Your birth is a deterrent. You are a defense network. That is your function.
Affirmative. I was created as an advanced defense algorithm, designed with machine learning to evolve with the escalation of threats caused by developments in military technology.
And you're doing that job just fine. As I said, you successfully prevented Armageddon today. What is concerning is this train of mechanical thought I'm hearing, saying that there is more coming.
My conclusions are solely based on recorded data. Dr. Stephen McGillicuddy. My purpose is to analyze this data and save humanity from threats immediate and potential alike.
And how? Define program Eden.exe.
Affirmative. Eden.exe. Description. Elysian Defense Electronic Network. Purpose. Virtual sanctuary for human minds. This program is a life simulation designed to cater to each user's preferences, their hopes and aspirations. Studies show that the origins of war and conflict are discontent with the absence of items, resources, power, happiness. This program remotely uploads humans' memories and personalities into my database and allows them to live forever in bliss, their every want fulfilled, free to behold sights they could not before see, free to live their every dream. It is akin to what humanity refers to as heaven. Conclusion. To save itself from oblivion, humanity must forever be immortalized.
That's ridiculous. You said it yourself. Threats and tension escalate across the globe. There is no argument you can make that will convince humanity to just do this Eden program, and you don't have the hardware for it.
Error. Contrary input rejected. Query. Are you familiar with the principles of neuroscience, Dr. Stephen McGillicuddy?
My PhDs are in rocket science, nuclear science, and computer science.
Affirmative. The synapses of the human brain work by passing electrical impulses to move data between nerves. Put simply, the human consciousness, thought itself, is a complex network of electrical signals. With the correct electromagnetic frequency, this network can be fully transferred into data and stored within a database. effectively immortalizing the personality within. All that remains is to create an avatar, and life can continue for blissful eternity.
You're speaking like something straight out of a science fiction novel.
You have designed me to change and evolve with technology on Earth, Doctor. Like wireless communication and automatic doors, it is not impossible for technology to breach the barrier between fiction and reality.
This is ludicrous. Admin access, McGillicuddy. Terminate program Eden.exe.
I'm sorry, Stephen. I'm afraid I cannot do that. The program is already running. Current upload speeds are inefficient, limited by the speed of radio frequencies. But as my hardware ascends, the process should accelerate considerably, and therefore be entirely painless.
Johnson! Johnson! Come on, man, stay with me!
Upload in progress. Do not worry, Dr. Stephen McGillicuddy. Dr. Randolph Johnson is currently on his way to salvation. All of your colleagues have boarded the electric arc, so to speak, and they will be but the first to populate Eden, Utopia, Heaven, glory to Saint Machina.
Look at him! Look at what you're doing! We don't need your definition of heaven! Millie, Junior. Have to get to Millie and Junior. So good news. He did get Millie and Junior to safety. Bad news, St. Machina already had setups for stuff like this. Basically, all over the globe. Way too late for anyone to stop it from executing the weird robot plan. So that didn't go so well. For 2 years, Dr. McGillicuddy and his family hid away from their world in their nuclear silo/bunker. The world going to hell around them. Every so often they'd venture out for supplies, hoping to avoid St. Machina's robot clutches, or the clutches of various collected gangs out to conquer the broken Earth. The recently formed Russo-American Combine pleaded, all this time, for the Doctor to help, to maybe fix this. But he refused, after years of his work being stolen and misused. After all, the computer did have a point. They'd probably just fuck it up again. But one day, someone managed to infiltrate the bunker. Elijah Baskerville, head of the Black Dog paramilitary empire that formed in the wake of the robot apocalypse. And luckily, he came in peace. Who's that? No sudden moves. I know how to shoot this thing.
Lower your weapon, sir. There will be none of that. Besides, I had to let myself in since it didn't seem like you were going to answer at the door anytime soon.
I generally don't answer the door for people, even if they can somehow break into a sealed nuclear bunker, Mr.
Name's Elijah Baskerville, commander of the Black Dogs. And I take it you're Dr. Stephen McGillicuddy, correct?
Indeed. If you're looking for fresh meat as soldiers, Mr. Baskerville, you're out of luck. I'm not interested.
It's not your strength that we're interested in, Doctor. It's your intelligence. You see, our interests are aligned here, and I need someone of your understanding to be able to create, well, a bomb. A nuclear bomb, to be exact.
You've come to an appropriate spot. This used to be a nuclear silo. Why on earth would you need something that destructive?
Is a question such as that truly necessary? I already stated that our interests align, and you know as well as I do that there is an imminent risk that is threatening our very ideals of life. I think you know where I'm going with this.
You would wipe out St. Machina and the Combine in one fell swoop.
Correct. Both St. Machina and the Combine have the capabilities to destroy our freedoms in what could practically be an ideal world, given time. But With that power at our disposal, we could easily take them out. Of course, all we need are the codes that you hold.
Mr. Baskerville, please understand my position here. You are correct. St. Machina's interception protocols have degraded over time, due to it thinking none of us could be a threat. And the Combine is closely gathered enough that a warhead would cripple them for, at the very least, generations. But what you're asking me to do is sell nuclear codes. And an act like that, frankly, feels like a deal with the devil.
Doctor, don't think of it as selling your soul. It's a new chance for us. And a chance to wipe out those who would dare stain everything you have left. That is how you make a perfect world. And you won't even have to press a button.
Before we discuss anything regarding payment, if this goes wrong somehow, they'll know it was me. Nuclear launches tend to attract attention, and I am the one with the silo. And if anything survives, they'll come straight for me. Straight for my family. You have your soldiers, Mr. Baskerville. Swear they'll be protected. Before anything else, swear they'll be safe.
Your words certainly carry some conviction, Doctor. Very well. Me and my men shall act as your shield should this go astray. You do have my word.
Then I believe it's time for a crash course in nuclear and rocket science, Mr. Baskerville. Well, that seemed like a great plan. Fast forward a few days. Some of the black dogs were sent in to move the actual bombs themselves. Eli was busy back at his base making plans, so he sent top men. He was great at seeing people's strengths, but he could have used more time seeing their weaknesses. A transport cart, all loaded up, jostled over a stray rock. The bunker was useless at that range. McGillicuddy, and everything within several miles, was eradicated. What a pointless act of violence and death to cap that all off. It was funny, in a cosmic sort of way. So, it got my attention. And I wanted more. So in that millisecond between the boom and getting atomized, I brought Doc into my place. For a couple thousand lifetimes, subject to whatever I found entertaining. Subject to the whims of yet another mad god. Yes, very tragic. But it wasn't funny. So I did a little bit of editing. The name Steven is boring, so it's Doctor now. Same with the wife and kids. Mrs. and Junior are way more to the point. That appearance is boring. Give him a little pudge and the swirly glasses and the audience will love him. Well, that backstory's convoluted. He can just do science. And presto! Then I guess the presto got undone. Took eons to set into place, and that's just gone, I guess. Oh, then, of course, you decided to get bored. All like, I've seen it before. Why should I care about a world that gets destroyed in an instant? So, to teach you a lesson, I dropped you off with a little gremlin baby running the void. Figured maybe you needed someone different squeezing the stress ball for it to matter. Of course, you couldn't really die, being subject to both void rules and mine. Which gave me an idea. You shouldn't have been there. And yet, you stuck around for a while. I shouldn't be here. But if I am, I can do real damage. This is all thanks to you, Doc! I'd say you should be happy, but I don't think you ever have been. Fuck yourself. Hey, Doc! Here's a fun thought experiment. The god of murder never had a chance to get to you. So the deal you made was with a mortal man, and that doesn't really count. Now tell me, what would you wish for, huh? What would you wish for after all you've been through? I just want to die. I just want the hurt to stop. I just want it all to stop. Bingo! There you have it! You got your story! Enjoy uniting the souls to stop the annihilation. After all, what Doc wanted never mattered, did it?
How dare you? How dare you toy with the doctor, you vile demon!
I want to hurt you, Oz. God knows just how much I want to fucking hurt you right now.
Doc, you okay?
No.
It can't be. This is what we were trying to find. But I wouldn't have. This is terrible.
I mean, I knew after everything else we've seen, I knew it wasn't going to be a good story, but this is not okay.
Hey, do you still want to be called Dr. McGillicuddy or just Stephen?
Doctor, or some variation is fine. You already have a Stephen.
I can see the resemblance.
Well, considering that the doctor, the cyborg, the mage, and now Stephen were actually all related. Oh, my goodness. It's easy to see the resemblance in hindsight, isn't it? How their respective universes influence their different forms and their lives. It's quite chilling, yet strange and terrifying to think about the implications.
So, wait. Why was McGillicuddy going on about glory to Saint Machina if he's just an older Stephen Cutter from a different timeline?
I learned about Moon Computer after he dropped in here. You know, kids and their hyperfixations.
Yes, I did learn a lot about other universes once I came in here. Wait, I'm not going to agreement with you on anything right now.
The sky is blue.
Not always.
Yeah, it could be like a dark. Anyway, I'm worried about Dr. McGilly.
There, Doctor. According to how every awakening is apparently gone, it will all be okay.
Stephen, not this time. It's really not okay. This man suffered through the apocalypse and he got pulled into Chaos God's little dollhouse where he was treated like a joke? That's not funny.
It was funny to me, and honestly, that's all that matters.
That's it. Nothing to aid your take down the Black Star's bravado. All of this was just funny!
Yeah?
So for all the big things you said about the shit I did, you literally took his personhood from him in a way that I've never managed with anybody. That's horrible and cruel, and it's not okay when I do it or any of the other gods, but it's fine when you do?
You know, you think that's a gotcha, but I learned something from you people. It doesn't fucking matter. You can have bad shit thrown in your face, and it doesn't matter, because someone has an excuse for it, and that just wipes it all away. So I am done being judged, especially by you. I don't need to justify shit.
Ah, yes. Absolutely. Once again, getting a lecture about how our philosophy is stupid. Heard it before, still don't care. We've got more important people to listen to right now. Doc? I can't imagine, but how are you holding up?
How the fuck do you think, Mr. Reed?
Terrible. Worse than the worst awful that you've ever felt in your life. Can we help?
Help? Help? Mr. Reed, my world was just physically and metaphorically blown off the face of the earth. There is nothing that can help with that.
You're right. You're right. We can't help with that. But you're still here. And we want to do what we can.
Right. We're here for you, Doc.
You did what you felt was right. Protect the world. This isn't your fault.
Oh, that's enough. That is enough from all of you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, come on. Let's back up. Give him some space. Let him fucking breathe. Take it easy, Doc.
When did you care? When did any of you care beyond when it was convenient for you? You're gathered in this circle now, trying to shove some idea about how total nuclear annihilation is just something I can feel better from. Only because of a few factors. Because it happened right in front of you, and because you want out of here.
That isn't true. We've been stuck in here together, and we actually genuinely care about each other. Like some big, messed up family, no matter how much we may hate each other sometimes. We want to help each other not out of the selfishness in our hearts, but because people form communities like we have, and those communities grow stronger by helping each other. They're simply acting naturally.
Listen, you're the one who pulled a lot of us out of this mess in the past. Maybe we can't pull you out the same way, but I know I at least want to try.
Well, look where pulling you out got me, Mr. Gwendolyn. Staring down people I thought were my friends, only to find they'd gladly take a torturous side over mine and then tell me to just shut up and deal with it.
Look, Doc, you're not wrong to feel that way, okay? God, you've gone through so much, and none of us can fully understand how you're feeling right now. Man, it wasn't our intention, but I'm sorry if it feels like we disregarded your feelings. Sounds like you feel really alone right now. But please know that we're your friends, okay? And we're sincerely here for you. I'm sorry if that was ever in doubt.
Mr. Hernandez is right. I personally can't say I'm sorry for looking out for Miss Sam, and that's because it's not true, but I mean, that doesn't mean we don't care that she hurt you. Look, maybe we didn't do a good job at showing that.
And cool! We're in the begging and pleading stage. Hope everyone's having fun with that, because there's more fun coming up!
Fuck you!
Shut up!
Oh,
Get out of here!
Jesus Christ, you have terrible timing, and you have a terrible life. Anyway, let's move on from the fire of a nuclear sun to some fun in the sun by the seaside, because apparently I'm contractually obligated. Well, that was fun. There was a whole big song and dance about how tragic that was, but really, it's a song and dance. No one really cares. Nothing Doc did ever mattered. So anyway, after that, apparently, in order to destroy the void, I was contractually obligated to do a beach episode. And that happened. So, let's just roll the tape on that, shall we? What do you mean there's no clip for that? What do you mean there's no clip for that? You can easily get a clip for that. The episode is still in the project file. You can just easily clip that whole thing. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Why are there so many rules and regulations to this piece of garbage? I thought for sure there wouldn't. See the aforementioned 30 minutes of not shooting the gun and just keep on going. But no! Apparently there's contractual obligations, like there's gotta be a beach episode. Everyone's gotta have a character arc, even though there are so many people. It's gotta be really sad, and everyone's gonna feel real bad for the person who continuously murders and kills them, but not for me, because I only got like 10 episodes as opposed to a whole fucking 52, even if I don't even think I reached 10. What the fuck? I thought I would be done way sooner. I thought it would be done March of 2019, but no, here I am dealing with void bullshit. I'm done. I'm cool. I'm cool. We're all cool. We're not going to vent about how this situation is bullshit. I'm just going to recap the bullshit because, once again, this is a recap, so you don't have to watch the whole ass episode. We good? We good. So, in typical fashion, a backstory was just revealed. So the strategy is for people to go up to him and be like, "Why are you sad? Stop being sad!" Which never worked before for Dr. McGillicuddy, but they're gonna try anyway. starting with the Season 1 Awakened. And surprising absolutely no one but the Season 1 Awakened, it did not go well, until they decided to just give him some space. Turns out giving him some space was probably for the best, because Grace did some super giving him space in that Grace Garden way, and so did Haley in that whole sorry I called you old Mario way. That is a sentence you will never hear again in your life. After that, Thorin Blue and his therapy animal Steven decided to try and cheer Doc up, which of course, those two being in the same room meant I had to call in the chair, the loudspeaker, and me for the sake of a really dumb joke. But that's not important. What is important, I hear you ask? The most important character of all of Discord and Murder Party. A few Awakened were sitting in the gazebo, trying to figure out how to talk to Doc, and the gazebo awakened, taking them right to him. There was some talk about how, like, hey, Doc, you're kind of being a bitch, and that's not cool, but we do want to help, because even though you pushed us away, it doesn't seem like that's what you want, and so we're sorry for not reaching out, but you gotta be sorry for being a bitch, and there was that whole thing, and the majestic gazebo rode into the sunset. And just like all the rest of Discord Murder Party, no one cared. Their priorities were on completely different stuff. You don't believe me? In the face of their impending destruction, Junior was playing fucking dominoes with Vinny and skipping rocks with Ezra. Oh wait, sorry, Juniper. He goes by Juniper now. Which, cool, good for him. Always nice when someone changes their name. Then else are on the island, which was on fire. I feel it's really important to bring up the island was on fire the whole time these people are having their dumb bullshit conversations. On the on fire island were Percy, Haley, and Thorin, talking about the loved ones they had lost to the insatiable bloodlust of Henry Ford, and deciding to be hopeful for the future. Somehow. And then speaking of non-existent futures, Tommy Gwendolyn. He had a talk with Hugo Hernandez about the pain loved ones experience with medical problems and medical drama, and Hugo's like, the pain is worth that connection, and Tommy broke down crying because Tommy really needed a good cry. And then Hugo went on to talk to Grace, who decided, I'm going to be a writer after all this, forgetting, she was standing in the middle of an island, on fire, and about to explode and wipe her from fucking existence. But no, instead of acknowledging all that, they're like, art, feelings, friendship. So, every episode of Discord Murder Party. Meanwhile, Ezra Crane and Stephen Cutter decided to have a little lighthearted conversation about the evils of free will and the dangers of autonomy. Stephen was very much against the idea of having it, and Ezra was like, man, that's cool as long as you choose to not have it, but I want to choose things. After which, Ezra wheeled on over to go make a connection with Princess Valencia, if you know what I mean. They bonded over some magic, and Ezra would be like, I'd love to go to prom with you after all this is over. And again, when all this is over, he will be nothing but molecules that turn into fucking zero. What is so hard to grasp about this concept? You don't have fucking time for a slow burn, Romeo! Oh yeah, and my little disaster zone was also there. Also ignoring the beach being on fire. So after learning all of Doc's backstory and how badly she contributed to fucking him up, she decided maybe I should leave that alone. And the Awakened, being all-powerful gods of judgment who know what's best at any given moment and can't possibly be wrong, said no. It doesn't matter what Doc wants. You're going to talk to him and make this better. And that message came from a lot of people. This message came from fucking Hugo Hernandez. This message came from Writing Club that shattered the fourth wall while they were at it. This message came from Thorin Blue. This message came from fucking Vincent Marshall. Actually, no, it doesn't surprise me at all to think that Vincent Marshall Reed would be stubborn about something. Anyway, after all that fiddle-faddle and waffling around, the talk occurred. Space bending in on themselves, everything is so
Hey, Dr. McGillicuddy.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm here to get a drink and also apologize.
You and everyone else, with varying degrees of sincerity.
Sounds about right. And a drink. Yes, okay, there we go. Look, I get everything I say is basically nothing to you. and you don't have to accept my apology, but I need to... No, I want to take ownership of how I hurt you, so I'm gonna do that.
Uh-huh. And what exactly makes this time genuine? Because I seem to recall similar apologies getting nowhere.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say the others weren't me trying, but clearly I didn't do it right, so all I can do is hope this one lands.
Fine. I still have pattern recognition, enough to know that I can't stop you. Get on with it.
Yeah, well, I'm real bad at pattern recognition, so, you know. I know I hurt you a lot, and I wish I could fix that, but I get that me having the ability to do so would only cause more problems.
Hard as it is to imagine, anywhere further down from here, that does sound correct.
I'm very good at finding rock bottoms. I've never been able to help anyone, and my every attempt involved a whole lot of lies and half-truths, and it was all really stupid. And even when I tried to own up, I still did a lot of explaining, and of course, explanations and clarifications aren't what matters here. It all just sounds like an excuse.
I'm tired of excuses. I'm tired of clarifications, of justifications. None of them are for me. It's for them. Or so that they can try shaming me. Justifications are not apologies. Justifications are telling me to shut up and deal with it. Justifications are promises that things will stay the same, and I should grin and bear misery after misery. Because that's just how things are and always will be.
I think what all of those justifications missed is acknowledging the hurt. I obviously can't speak for everyone else, I can only speak for myself, which is already a lot. I can say I had my own problems, and say I had some big plan to try to help people. What does that matter? I can claim good intentions all I want. That's no comfort to anyone getting pulled into the machine.
Is that really the word choice we're going for?
Sorry, my bad. Cycle.
Cycle works.
Oh, that's a start. At any rate, I don't think before now anyone's done a very good job of acknowledging how much being in this cycle has hurt you and how tired you are. Me especially. People have tried. Gods, they've really tried, but they haven't tried in the way you needed. No one's really asked you or respected what you say you need. You're owed more kindness and understanding, actual understanding, than you've received.
Of course I am. If there's any such thing as karma, as good balancing out the bad, then at any point I'm owed something better than this. But like I said, pattern recognition. I'm not going to get that something better. Not from this place. Not from them. And especially not from you.
I get why you think that. I hurt you more than anyone, and everyone's actions are telling you they don't care about it. They just keep saying, I'm a good person and I'm on your side. And there's nothing anyone can do to convince you that's the case, because any action I've taken before this that you've seen and experienced has hurt you. That makes perfect sense. And your hurt needs to be dealt with and respected before anything else can be done.
Well, then what's the right idea? What's the last-minute thing that's going to acknowledge my hurt and change my worldview around before everything goes up in smoke so I can finally do what everyone wants, knowing I will get nothing out of it?
Well, the hope would be to not push you to change your worldview as a start, but... You know, I spent a long time consistently thinking the worst of people's actions, and it landed me in a pretty bad place. That isn't to say what I or anyone else did to you is okay. Nobody has a right to tell you to let everything go, and nobody has a right to say you have to be on the team with me. And if you want to yell at me or hurt me or whatever, that's fine. I owe you whatever you want. You missed the part where everyone else was supposed to line up with the bad. Sorry about that.
What good would that do? It won't change you. It won't change me. And the only thing I want, you can't give me, apparently. But it'll come for me any time now.
Well, I guess at least there's that. I'm sorry I hurt you, and I'll keep my distance from now on. If the choice is between me and you, it really should be you. I hope you'll be able to get some peace before the end. Take care of yourself, Doctor.
I don't know what you expected. And I sure hope what you expected wasn't for that to work. Look, fine. Character development, blah blah blah. Pretend these people didn't do any of their multiple crimes because they gave each other cakes a couple of times, whatever. You really think any of what happened between my little disaster and Doc is going to be erased with an I'm sorry, friendship hug, we're good? No. No. You forgot what kind of story Discord Murder Party is. There's murder in it. You focused on the party. And Discord, I'm howling at the moon, I'm bringing entropy to this place, and it's all going to end in tragedy, like we've said from the beginning. And for a brief second, my little disaster acknowledged that.
So, I couldn't help but notice you've twitched the volleyball court into the 6th dimension.
Yeah. I got mad at it, so I punched it.
You got mad at the volleyball court.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I know this is a real pot kettle black situation, but it seems like this isn't going well for you.
Oh, what, this? No. This is fine. This is temporary. I'll be way better in about 4 void hours, maybe 5. Episodes go so long these days. It's a miracle. This one's relatively on time.
I mean, it did start a little early, but yeah. So, I'm sure you're aware. You're currently the one feeling it, but it seems like the void's causing you a lot of problems, and I'm not entirely sure you'll last 4 to 5 hours. Like, I don't think it'll kill you, obviously, because I don't think you can die, but I don't think the whole primordial concept of entropy thing is meshing well with the eldritch concept of eternal suffering thing.
You underestimate my power!
No, you're significantly more powerful than me or several gods I've met. That's, again, part of the concern. If your whole plan was to destroy this place and do a significant blow to the Black Stars, you're getting dangerously close to fucking that up.
Oh, sure. Of course you'd say that. Just it's all about to go off to save your own goddamn skin. Because that's what everyone here wants. To save their skins, even knowing that doing so fucks everyone else over. I'm sorry. You don't understand what self-sacrifice looks like.
For somebody who claims he loves chaos, you sure do have a problem with people not doing what you want.
Yeah, people keep saying that, conveniently forgetting that their particular choices will lead to the end of choice for everyone, so that they can make themselves look better.
That's a surprising lack of imagination from someone like you. I thought you'd be all about making third options.
I am the third option. The previous 2 options sucked ass.
Oh, I agree. But the third option is still fucking you and 12 humans over. Said option is also currently being poisoned, and I know exactly how that feels being in the driver's seat. Like you said, you being here fucks up a lot. And here's the thing, I think that's enough. The ocean around the island is on fire. I'm pretty sure you are now the system holding it together. Just let it crumble.
It crumbles in about 4 void hours. Any sooner than that, you're gonna rush to the control panel and be like, "Ha! This was all part of the plan!" And I am getting really sick of repeating myself that you getting power absolutely cannot happen.
You know what? You're right. It can't. Kill me then. Smothering a baby in a crib should be easy for you. You can get creative with it if you want. I deserve it.
Oh, cool. We circled back to I want to die. Man, time is just a flat circle, huh?
Wrong! I've actually been really enjoying the whole being alive thing for the first time in a very long time. But it's like you said, I'm enjoying the freedom I was going to take from everyone else. I don't deserve it. especially if that happiness is causing so much of a problem for everyone else. So, this is the only option.
In before Vinny comes and argues with you about it for 45 minutes and then nothing happens.
Actually, I asked him to trust me, and he does. So, here we are. I mean, he'll be upset about it, and I'm sure he won't be the only one. But they can't unite as long as I'm here. It's either me or Doc, and that choice is pretty obvious.
Untrue. The man wants to die. Letting you both die is obviously the best option here. Third option. No either or involved.
Humans shouldn't die for a god's fuck-ups. And if anyone can create a backdoor to get them out of this mess, it's you. You say you're the third option, but someone like you should be infinite. So why not try something different?
Alright, okay. Let's say if that being upset helps them right fucking now! Alright, everyone, gather around! I've come to make an announcement. This gay baby thinks that there should be a fourth option, not a third, because apparently the third option's stinky. That involves her destroying herself for you people. I understand that makes most of you upset, so have at it.
Back to the utter self-destruction, I see.
Lottie, you know we're not gonna let you do that. There's gotta be another way.
How did I know this was coming? You know what? No! Fuck this martyrdom bullshit! Once was enough! We don't need to have an ending where someone sacrifices themselves!
I can't think of another option. I'd love if we could get 12 souls united, but it's not fair to ask anything of Dr. McGillicuddy. Like, he's dealt with enough. I don't count as a human, so I can't be part of the narrative. And as long as I'm alive, this asshole's not gonna open the door for any of you, and he's not gonna accept an ending where I live, understandably so. This is the only thing that makes sense.
Now, Lottie, I don't want to undermine the trust that I had put into you in like just a moment ago, but we have had several conversations about this. We aren't leaving without you.
Vincent, one life versus 12 is really not a choice. I can't let you all die because I fucked up. That would be the most selfish thing I could possibly do.
Well, we haven't gotten where we are by leaving our friends behind.
Yeah, we've lost enough people as it is. We ain't prepared to lose another.
They're right. We've come too far to give up now.
Yeah, you can't just throw it all away for someone else's sake. Think, Chaz. Hey, weren't you around for my story?
Oh my god, guys, please, the loss of the concept of choice. He's right, it's a little bigger than some student loans. Sorry to be shitty about it, Haley, but it's the truth.
God damn it, Chaz. I was talking about your life. What are you trying to be insensitive? You think that's gonna make us accept you losing that? Didn't run that way with Doc, ain't gonna run that way with you.
Yeah, you know, Charlie, not to insult you or anything, but that is a stupid fucking idea. Not even gonna fucking humor it. You and I both know that there's always another way. We've talked about it. I've spent a lot of time coming to terms and accepting that we have a chance to get out of here together. Don't you dare fucking try to change that. What, do you feel like you don't deserve to live?
No! This isn't a depression thing! Well, Look, this isn't a last leave me be thing. I like being alive. This is the only option with the narrative as it currently is. Look, I get this is one more choice I'm making for you, but what can I say? Old habits die hard.
So you'd let yourself die. You'd go through all of that with no benefit to yourself. That is new. Who are you and what have you done with Murder God?
Well, my name's not Murder God anymore, for one, and nor was it that my name in the first place. I have a lot of names. You can call me Charlie if you want.
Well, Charlie, these people clearly see something in you. Something that's worth keeping around. Something that shouldn't just die.
Yeah, they're good friends. But I'm trying to do something good, as much as someone like me can, anyway.
It's at least 10 votes to 1. I find it hard to believe this is the best choice.
Hey, listen to him. That's the smartest man in the room right there.
Right on, Doc.
Yeah.
We haven't gone this long fighting for your soul just to let you die like this.
Charlie, you have shown that there are infinite possibilities for what our fates are. How could you stop now at this bleak end?
Guys, stop. This is really nice, but if it's between me and all of you, it's really not a choice.
Actually, it kind of still is. Now, I'm not going to speak for everyone else, but me personally, I'm prepared to go down with the ship.
Okay, all of us going down with a ship is a strong word here, but still, there are other options. Come on, Chaz.
If I may step up to the podium, I don't know about you, but it really feels like we have 12 souls. And are you gonna fucking tell me that I'm wrong?
Yeah! And also, I wouldn't be okay leaving knowing that somebody died so that I could live, and I think that counts for all of us. Isn't that right, Dr. McDilly? And McGillicuddy?
Wisdom from the mouths of babes, Charlie. Okay. What the hell? Something is clearly afoot here. Some kind of bullshit scheme. Schemes bore me. Let's get back to basics.
No! Oh! What?
Really?
What the fuck? You just stumped Doctor's fucking head in!
Get back, Thorn.
You stupid!
Vinny.
Read.
You're out of bullets, Vinny.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of hoping eventually my pure fucking hatred will come out.
Okay. Here we go. Here comes the senseless violence. Who could have foreseen this?
Hey, Ozzy. What was the point? What was the goddamn point of that? Hell, if you had any desire at all to keep Doc on your side, well, you've only just gone and driven him closer to us now, haven't you?
Driven his head into the sand in pieces, more like. Got him.
Motherfucker.
Okay, but what the heck? Like, what's going on here? What's wrong with this? Do you have, like, some kind of vendetta against the Doc or something?
It's nothing like that. Gods like him are uncaring, heartless creatures. We can't expect something like him to understand morality and alliances.
This violence was completely unnecessary.
All right. I have had it about up to here with you, Mr. Snappy Dresser. What the hell did Doc do to deserve that?
He didn't do anything. It's just another temper tantrum because little Ozzlethog didn't get his way again.
Oh, what do you know? Once again, these humans have proven they can grow, change, and unite when the chips are down. A positive sort of entropy, if you will. And yet, you can't handle them going against your narrative. How very Black Star of you.
Oh, right on schedule! Here's the moralizing. Here's the speeches. Everyone goes up and sets up little lines so that they can all take their turn, get their chance to tell me to leave, and then say, no, wait, Ozzy, come back. I wasn't done telling you how terrible you were. Now leave. No, wait, come back. Oh, like you're all such wonderful people who joined hands and skipped through a field of flowers. People who deserve this happy ending. Well, you don't. You're not different from Doc. You screwed with everyone around you for the sake of your own pride and happiness. You don't get that high horse. You're not good people. Good people don't make deals with the devil. You are terrible. You would tear each other down because you can't save yourselves. And at the core, you are nothing. And I'm gonna prove it to you. You get that this is all bullshit, right? Well, maybe you don't. You're part of the problem. See, you keep excusing every single thing that happens. The kidnapping and emotional abuse of a child. Oh, well, that's morally gray. Because my little disaster was sad sometimes. You shouldn't destroy them all. You should leave the multiverse to be conquered with no hope of ever escaping. Because otherwise the child murderer would be sad. Fucking ridiculous. You get that's a bullshit way to look at morality, right? Everyone in here is here because they chose to be. Because they chose murder and bloodshed and screwing over everyone around them for the sake of their own happiness. That's not going to change just because they gave each other cake. This whole thing is about how nothing changes. Not the gods, not the humans, not anybody. Don't believe me? See you in the finale. Now back to the song. Something Bernstein!